Would you like to know why Roblox's stock surged nearly 25% after its quarterly report? Or perhaps you're curious about my personal plan to make money with it? Stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back. This is the Smart Invest. But what exactly does Roblox do? Roblox is an online gaming platform and virtual world that allows users to create and share their own games, as well as play games created by others. The platform is especially popular among younger generations. The company aims to create social and entertaining experiences through virtual adventures while providing opportunities for creativity and game development. Roblox has successfully expanded into international markets, including Japan and other regions. Now let's take a closer look at Roblox. But first, let's make clear, this video don't provide any financial advice. If you also own or trade Roblox shares, share your opinion in the comment section. Since March 2021, the stock price has seen various levels, reaching $134 per share almost exactly 2 years ago. Back then, at $40 per share, it seemed like an opportunity not to be missed after 2 years. Isn't it? Let's examine the numbers, and maybe it will become clear. Investors currently value Roblox at $24 billion. A somewhat staggering forward price-to-earnings ratio of 194 catches the eye at first glance. Even the perpetually optimistic analysts are cautious this time, setting a modest $37 price target for the next 12 months, which is below the current stock price. What could that magical report contain? Roblox managed to break records in quarterly revenues. They increased stagnant revenue by 38% compared to the previous year. Their bookings revenue also increased, mainly attributed to the growth of their user base. However, the average bookings per DAU were flat year over year. This might not be very encouraging, but it could change later. The operating income again hit a $300 million loss. It seems they're trying to stay in this $300 million negative territory to push full force into expansion and developments, but this can be a risky tactic. But at least they successfully issued another 6 million shares. So why did the stock jump so much? Well, the EPS, earnings per share, surprised everyone. Analysts expected a loss of 49 cents per share from Roblox, but they only lost 46 cents per share. A staggering performance. The gross margin is not that bad, standing at 77%. But if we look at the operating margin, we can see that while the trend is positive, they are still burning a lot of money, and it's hard to see the end of this. Shareholders' equity shows a continuously decreasing trend, with only $125 million left beyond all obligations. This means that Roblox's market price is $24 billion, and there's only $125 million behind it. The system itself and the invested trust. The book value per share is 20 cents. This seems quite steep for a $40 stock price. If you deduce from this that we will get some irrational price book value, you're not wrong. But let's not spoil the punchline. Let's take a look at the free cash flow, as we might see something fantastic. But first, let me introduce today's video sponsor, who is none other than you. Yes, you heard it right. It's you. Being a small channel, even a simple like, can make a huge difference. And if you're interested in the world of investments, or would like to follow the performance of my S&P 500 killer portfolio on every Wednesday, I recommend subscribing as well. Roblox once again managed to achieve positive free cash flow, which is a light in the night. Or it could be, if there weren't so many dramatically bad things. But let's not be so pessimistic. Let's take a look at those valuation metrics too. The price-sales ratio is 9, which doesn't seem so expensive compared to itself. But let's look at the aforementioned price/book value. We get a value of 185. Of course, they might say I'm just nitpicking. But in my opinion, a company's operation is not very healthy if its capital is slowly disappearing. As long as they can issue shares at a relatively high price, they can bring in new capital. But if, due to some negative news or events, the difficult-to-support stock price starts to decline, they will need to issue many more shares to obtain the same amount of capital. This would mean that the shares would start to inflate or dilute drastically. If we add to this the fact that there isn't really much capital behind the company, then the stock price could hit the floor very quickly. But then how do I plan to make some money with Roblox? Simply put, I started shorting its shares. First, a few days before the report, I shorted at $36, hoping that the price would move downward by a similar magnitude. The jump surprised me, but nothing is lost, of course. During the increase, I doubled my short position at a $42 stock price. If I choose the stakes wisely, I can open further short positions upwards under better conditions, and I don't have to worry about the position being liquidated or when to transfer more money to keep the trade open. It has happened to me as well that I started with too large a position, and after a larger spike, I had to unexpectedly face significant floating losses, and I didn't dare to open further short positions at better entry prices. In such cases, the realization comes that it shouldn't have been done this way, and we can learn from these mistakes. Of course, only if we recognize our own mistakes and don't start saying silly things like market manipulation is the cause, or the entire stock market is a fraud, and so on. But the essence, I plan to close my short positions relatively quickly, realize a small quick profit. I will probably close the first batch around $35, while I plan to close the other part around a $31 stock price. Roblox is also an innovative hype stock, so its price can move irrationally. Therefore, I don't plan to short in the sub $30 range for now. I'd rather wait for bigger rebounds. The rule is simple. If you can think ahead and follow your well thought out strategy, you can take the money from those who rush and jump in and out of positions emotionally. If you liked the video, found it informative, and would like to help me on my journey toward 1,000 subscribers, please press the like button and subscribe. Take care, guys, and see you on the next episode. Try not to lose all your money in the stock market until the next video.